Listening to this podcast may cause extreme happiness.
Hello and welcome back to the SPCC Distance Learning Cool Tool of the Week podcast. My name is Jason Thomas. Today we have a podcast about podcasting. So you can put a podcast in your podcast. Pretty much it's going to be how to make an audio recording for your course. Because a podcast just means streaming audio. It's stored as a digital file, which is a file on your computer, usually with the extension MP3. So for a podcast, you can use it for a variety of reasons. One could be to just record a lecture. You could narrate instructions for a skill, task, or how to access something on a website. You could create a news or announcements audio file that you link into Moodle on a weekly basis. You can record class discussions or other interactions in your class. Or you can have students create projects using podcasting, such as their own radio broadcasts, audio responses to articles they may read for your course, etc. So to create a podcast, you have a couple options. You can use software, such as Audacity or GarageBand on a Mac, or you can use an online tool such as Audio Expert, which is in your browser. If you want some reviews of these different options you have, I have attached a separate video on this blog post. Today, though, we're going to cover Audacity. Because with a podcast, you can make it completely for free. You can easily take that file you make, save it, put it directly into your Moodle. They can be downloaded by students and listened to anywhere, and they could even put it on their own MP3 player or their iPod. To get started making your own podcast, first what you want to do is download Audacity. So to do that, the easiest way is to go to Google, type in Audacity, and it'll be the second link right here. You want to see the SourceForge site. You'll click there, click download, click on whatever system you have. I'm on Windows. And then you'll want two files. You'll want the Audacity installer, and you'll want the MP3 encoder. So you'll click on each of these links, save them to your computer, and then install each one. I've already done this though. This is the actual program, and the MP3 encoder is what allows you to make the file that you'll upload into Moodle. So once you're done with that, you find the icon on your desktop and open Audacity. Audacity is a very simple program to use, and if you're just looking to record, it is a two-step process. You click the button that says record. You'll see it's recording my voice, as you can see by these little waves jumping up and down. If you need to break, you hit pause, and that'll pause it so you can take a break and then come back and record more later. And when you're done, hit stop. That's it. So now you have to do one more thing to make it ready to upload into Moodle. You're going to want to go to File and click on Export as MP3. You're going to give it a name, My Podcast. Click Save. You do not have to fill this in unless you really want to. Click OK. It'll give you a link, it saves it, and now you'll see I have a podcast. This is the file that you'll put into Moodle. And how to do that is you go to Moodle, turn on editing mode, just like I've done right there, and then you'll want to add a resource. You'll want to link to a file or a website. You'll give it a name, so we'll call it Podcast 1. Give it a description, like always. And then you'll want to browse for or upload a file. So you'll click this button. I'm going to click on the button that says Upload. I'm going to browse for that file. Find my podcast. Right here. Click OK, and now you'll see my podcast is in the resources. So I can choose. So my podcast has been uploaded, then I click done. And now you'll see I have my podcast linked, and when a student clicks on it, it takes them right to my audio file. There you go, and I can play it. There you go, there's your podcast. Now if you don't want to host it in Moodle, you have a couple other options. You can upload the file onto a site such as podbean.com. Or jumping up you can use a site such as podomatic.com. Both of those are free. You sign up for a free account and you can host a certain amount of audio files there. But for your courses, it's just as easy to upload it into Moodle and give your students access to it. So, that's it. Thank you, and if you have any questions, you know where to contact me. As you all probably know, my name is Jason Thomas. This has been the SPCC Cool Tools Podcast. My contact information is as follows: jthomas@spcc.edu. Skype is Epic Thomas. My phone number is 704-290-5860, and my blog, where you can find this podcast along with all the others I create, is http://many-whelps.wordpress.com. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, there is no spoon.